Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Carly and welcome to my YouTube family. So today's video is going to be my 2020 beauty favorites for the year, all of my favorite makeup products that I've used throughout 2020. There has been some really amazing new products that I've tried out that I've really loved, and there's also been some products that I've just used constantly throughout the year that I've really enjoyed for a while now. So I wanted to conclude those all in this video today. It was really hard for me to narrow it down, so I have got a couple of products for each category just because it's literally impossible for me to name just one highlighter that I love throughout the whole year. So I do have a couple of products for each category in this video. If you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to my channel down below, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. So let's just jump straight into this video. If you'd like to see all of my 2020 beauty favorites products, then please keep watching. So I'm just going to go in order of the products I use in my makeup routine. That way I can make sure I'm not going to miss out on anything because there is a lot of products here to get through. So first I'm going to start with the face, and I have some favorite setting sprays for the year. There's a couple that I tried out new this year that I've just loved, and these are my go-to products. So first of all, we have the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow Setting Spray. I love this one for a all day setting your makeup spray. This one will hold your makeup in place. It's incredible. It does give you that slight glow look to your skin, which I love. This is a long lasting setting spray as well, so it's just going to last amazing throughout the whole day, or if you have an event at night, you want your makeup to stay in place, this is an amazing one to use. The next one I have is from Becca, and this is the Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. This one is infused with Glow Nectar Brightening Hydra Complex. So this one is really good for your skin as well as being an amazing setting spray. I love to use this one to add more hydration to my skin before I apply makeup. And it just helps to freshen up my skin throughout the day if I just want to add a bit more of a spritz. So this one is really good for more of a hydrating and prepping your skin setting spray. And the last one I have is from Fenty Beauty. This is the What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray. Similar to the Becca one, I love this one as a before your makeup spray. It just adds incredible hydration to my skin, and I also love to use this to refresh throughout the day. So these three have been my go-to makeup setting sprays throughout the year of 2020. Next up we have primers, and the first one I want to mention is the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow Face Primer. This one is a dewy foundation group that preps, smooths and hydrates. So this one I've been using the most recently, and it's just made my skin look really beautiful and glowing underneath my makeup, and it does hydrate my skin and smooth it out as well. So I've loved using this one paired with the Urban Decay setting spray. I think those two work really nicely together. Next I have the Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. This one is really good for your skin as well. It does hydrate, but I really like this one for the blurring effect it gives. It just really smooths out my pores before I apply my makeup. It just makes my skin look really flawless underneath my makeup. So this one has been really good as a blurring primer throughout the year. And lastly I have the one from Tatcha. This is the Liquid Silk Canvas. This one is an oil-free primer. This one is just an all-round amazing primer. It adds really nice hydration to my skin. It has that slight tacky feeling, so it really holds my makeup on all day. And I just find that my skin looks beautiful underneath my makeup when I use this primer. So these three have been my favorite for the year. Next up is foundation. This was definitely hard to narrow it down to my top three, but I managed to do it. So first of all, I want to mention the one that I used the most throughout 2020, and it's this one here from Nars. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is just my absolute go-to foundation. I love it. It's incredible. It's a medium buildable coverage, and it does have more of that hydrated, glowing look to my skin, which is perfect for me. I have drier skin, so I do tend to go for more hydrated, glowing foundation. So this one was hands down my favorite and most used of 2020. And then next I have a couple of newer ones that I tried out later in the year that I really liked as well. This one here is from Rare Beauty. This is the Liquid Touch Soft Finishing Foundation. This one is my go-to really light natural coverage foundation. I just think it looks beautiful. It just looks skin-like. It just looks incredible. It feels like I'm not wearing any foundation. It's very lightweight and it has a really nice coverage. I'd say it's buildable to a medium coverage, but this is definitely a go-to for an everyday, more natural look. I loved trying this one out from Rare Beauty. And then lastly, I've really been enjoying this one from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Matte 24-Hour Undetectable Longwear Foundation. It's the one I'm wearing today. And I've only tried this about 2 or 3 months ago, and it's just been my favorite since then. It is a matte finish, but I'll definitely say it's more of a semi-matte, definitely not a full matte coverage, because having drier skin, I definitely can't wear anything that's really matte. This one is definitely more of a satin finish on my skin, but this one has the most incredible coverage. It's definitely a fuller coverage, and you don't need to use much product at all to get a really good coverage from it. I just find my skin looks absolutely flawless when I wear this one, so definitely a favorite for me for 2020. Next up we have concealers, and the first one is the one I've used probably the most throughout 2020. It is this one here from Too Faced, the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Definitely one of my all-time favorite concealers since I used it. It just gives beautiful medium to full coverage. It's more hydrating under the eyes, so it definitely doesn't crease, and it just looks amazing on my skin. This one paired with the Too Faced matte foundation is like a match made in heaven. I've been loving using those two together. Next up is a more fuller coverage concealer that I've really liked throughout the year, which is this one here from Hourglass. This is the Vanish concealer, and if you want coverage with a concealer, this is definitely the one to use. It's a very creamy, hydrating formula, so I love that it doesn't settle into lines under the eyes. It just gives really nice coverage. If you're not wanting to use foundation, you could definitely just use this on its own, and it will give you incredible coverage on your skin. So I've loved this one from Hourglass. And then lastly, I have a more natural finish concealer, which is the one from Rare Beauty. This one with the Rare Beauty foundation just is incredible. They look amazing together. On the days where I'm not wanting to use much product on my skin, I'll use this as a concealer base, and I'll just apply it under my eyes, down the center of the face, buff it out, and that's all I need. It's just perfect for that more very natural everyday wear. So I've loved using this concealer throughout 2020. Next up we have face powders, and first of all I have a loose powder, which is just hands down my favorite loose powder that I've ever used, and it is this one here from Mercier, the translucent powder. I have the honey shade here, and I love the translucent regular shade as well. This is just the best loose powder in my opinion. It just looks absolutely flawless on my skin. I love to use it to bake under my eyes and down the center of the face, and it just brings such an amazing brightness to the skin without looking too white. Some powders just leave that horrible white cast. This one does not do that. It's definitely the best loose powder in the game in my opinion. And then I also have two pressed powders. The first one here is from Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is my absolute favorite natural finish powder. I like to use this one just to lightly set my face if I'm going for more of a everyday natural look. This one is perfect for that. It's really lightweight, really soft, and it just blurs out your skin. It just looks incredible. It's a very, very beautiful powder. And then next I have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. This one is a full coverage powder. It is incredible if you want that full glam look, or if you're wanting to just use powder as a foundation. This is definitely one of the best in my opinion. I've loved using this one, especially for when I do more full glam looks. I just find that it just makes my skin look so beautiful and flawless and airbrushed, and it doesn't look too matte or too dry on my skin either. It's more of a hydrated finish powder. It's very creamy and smooth. So I've definitely loved using this one throughout 2020. Next up we have some bronzers and contour products. I kind of go between different shades of bronzers and contours to contour and bronze up my skin, so I've kind of just put them all together. So first of all I'm going to do the cream products. So the first one I have here is by Nude Sticks. This is the Nudies All Over Face color in the shade Bondi Bay. I absolutely love this color for a cream bronzer on the skin. It is a little bit more on the warm side, but I just love how this looks. If I want that really natural, beautiful, sun-kissed glow to my skin with a cream bronzer, this is the one I go for. Next I have the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer. This one is in the shade Teddy. This one is a little bit richer than the Bondi Bay shade, so if I want to go a little bit darker with my bronzer, I also use this as a cream contour as well, and it just looks incredible on the skin. This formula is so beautiful. It's so smooth and creamy. It just blends out like a dream on the skin. It's amazing. And then lastly I have the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks. This one is in the shade Mocha. This is my go-to cream contour. It's a little bit more of a neutral to cooler tone, so if you want that really nice sculpted contoured look to your skin with a cream product, I would definitely highly recommend this one from Fenty Beauty. It's a really pigmented product, so you only need to use the tiniest bit to get some really nice color on your skin and give that beautiful bronzed look to your skin. I have two favorite powder bronzers for the year. The first one is from Fenty Beauty in the shade Island Ting. This is definitely my go-to favorite bronzer. I just absolutely love this one. It reminds me of Matte Give Me Sun. I kind of use that one a lot still, but this one I've used way more and I just love it. It's just a beautiful matte bronzer. Just gives my skin that amazing bronzed look, and it does have a slight bit of glow. It is a matte finish, but I find it just for some reason makes my skin look a bit more glowing. So absolutely, hands down, I love this bronzer from Fenty Beauty. And the other bronzer I've really liked is this one from Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush bronzer. This is a matte bronzer. You can use this on your face and body, and it is huge. Like, it's going to take me such a long time to go through this. This one is a little bit more of a neutral toned bronzer. So if I'm wanting more of that kind of natural bronzed look, I would go for this one. It's a bit more of a lighter weight finish, so it's not as pigmented as the Fenty one. So for more everyday natural looks, this is definitely the bronzer I go for, and I absolutely love it. Just like the powder, it's a beautiful lightweight finish on the skin and it blends out amazingly. So I loved using this bronzer throughout 2020. Next up we have blushes, and I feel like 2020 really brought back blush, especially for me. Cream blushes were definitely a very popular trend, and I love cream blushes now. I use them all the time. I never really used much blush previously, but now I'm just all about blush. I love the way it looks on my skin. It just gives that really youthful, healthy glow look to your skin. So I have a couple of cream blushes and some powder blushes to show you. First of all, I have these two from Nude Sticks. The Nudies Matte All Over Blush color. This one is in the shade Sunset Strip. And then I also have a Nudies All Over Face color in the shade Sweet Peach Peony. I'll just take the lids off to show you the colors. But I love all of Nude Sticks cream products. I think they're incredible. And I just love these two colors. The first one, Sunset Strip, is a little bit more of a rosy pink tone. This one is beautiful if you want that really nice flush of pink on the cheeks. And this one here, the Sweet Peach Peony, is a little bit more of a peachier toned color, and it just looks beautiful on the skin, a bit more of a corally tone as well. So I've loved using these cream blushes from Nude Stick. I've also really loved using the Fenty Beauty cream blushes. Oh my god, when these launched, I was so excited to try them, and they are incredible. I love them so much. I have two shades here. So the first one we have is a little bit more of a softer pink tone, which is called Petal Poppin'. I love this one for just a very natural, everyday flush of pink on the cheeks. It's not too pigmented. These ones are less pigmented than the Nude Sticks ones, so they're very natural looking on the skin. And the second shade I have is called Summertime Wine, which is this beautiful berry shade if you want to make the focus of your skin the blush. This is just such a beautiful deep wine shade. I love this one. The formula is so incredible. It's so creamy and smooth, but it's very lightweight, so you can build up the color, but it's designed to be more of a flush of color, so very natural looking on the skin. I've definitely loved using these ones. I've got two liquid blushes, which I have loved using ever since I picked them up. They are from Rare Beauty, these Soft Pinch liquid blushes. I have the shades Bliss, which is this beautiful, very natural peachy pink, and then I have the shade Joy, which is this amazing bright coral. If you want a liquid blush that's going to be amazing on the skin, it just gives that beautiful bright pop of color. These ones are very pigmented. You only need to use the tiniest bit, and they just look incredible on the skin. So if you're looking to try out liquid blushes, I would highly recommend these from Rare Beauty. Next up, I have a couple of favorite powder blushes. The first one is hands down my favorite. I've used this one so much since I got it. It is from Laura Mercier. It is the blush color in the shade Peach. I am wearing it on my skin today, and this is just the perfect blush color in my opinion. It's a beautiful pinky peach tone. It has a slight shimmer to it, nothing too glittery or sparkly, so it just gives that beautiful glow look to your skin. I love this blush. Next, I have these two blushes from MAC. These are the Glow Play blushes. These are incredible. The formula is so unique. It's like a mousse-like texture, but it dries matte on the skin and it just looks incredible. I have two shades. The first one here is called That's Peachy, which is a little bit more of a peachier pink tone. And then I also have the shade Cheer Up, which is a bit more of a rosier pink. These ones are so incredible. They're very lightweight, so very natural looking on the skin. They just look incredible. Very, very soft looking on the skin. If that's the kind of tone you want with your blush, nothing too bright. These ones are very natural looking. And lastly, I have this blush cream and powder duo from Patrick Ta in the shade Do We Know Her. Oh my god, ever since I tried this one, I was obsessed with it. It's such a beautiful color. So you have this peachy tone powder, and then you have this beautiful coral peach cream, and it just looks incredible on the skin. You actually apply the powder first, that's what Patrick Ta recommends, and then you go over with the cream with a beauty blender, and it just adds the most incredible glow and shine to your skin. It's just amazing. I used it in a video and I was like, okay, I need to keep using this one with that technique because it just looks incredible on the skin. Next up is highlighters, and I have a favorite liquid highlighter that I've loved throughout the year. It is this one from Becca. This is one of the Ignite Liquefied Light Highlighters. This one is in the shade Ignite, and this is just the most incredible, beautiful, pigmented liquid highlighter I've ever tried. You only need the tiniest little bit. And if I'm going for more of a liquid cream look to my skin, I'll just use this on its own, and it just looks so incredibly beautiful. It just gives the most amazing, intense glow on the skin. So if you're looking for a very bright, intense liquid highlighter, this is definitely one to try out. And then my favorite powder highlights, of course, I had to mention the Anastasia Amrezy. It's just pretty much always going to be one of my favorite highlighters. I just love the formula of this. It's just incredible. It's so smooth and it just applies like a dream on your skin. Just gives the most beautiful, amazing champagne gold highlight. And I can use this when I'm more tan or fair, and it just looks amazing on my skin regardless. So definitely one of my all-time favorite highlighters. Next up is the highlighter from Huda Beauty. This is the Nymph All Over Highlighting Powder. This one is huge. It's like the size of my head, which means it's going to last me a very long time. But it looks quite dark in the pan, but it does come out a little bit lighter than this. But it's the most beautiful golden tone highlighter. It's just incredible. I love this one. On tan skin, this just looks insane. It's so pigmented and so beautiful. And lastly, I have the Jouer Molten Glow All Over Face and Body Highlighter. I'm wearing this one today, and this one is insane. It's so pigmented. You can just see how beautiful it looks on the skin. It's a very smooth finish highlight, and it just looks beautiful. It's a little bit more of a golden champagne tone, but it is amazing. If you want a bright, intense powder highlight, this is definitely one to try out. Next, I have two face palettes which I've just been loving throughout the year. They have some bronzers, blushes, highlights, just all in one palette, which is really easy to take with you on the go or traveling. So first of all, I have the Natasha Denona Tan, Bronze and Glow palette. This one is just like a bronze and highlight dream for me. It has these 4 beautiful shades in this palette. This highlighter is insane. I love this one. And then you just have your more of a matte finish bronzer, a cream bronzer, and also this beautiful sparkly, really pigmented, glittery, glowing highlighter here. So if that's the kind of look you like, this one is beautiful. But this is just such a beautiful palette to have. It has your bronzers and highlighters in it to take with you, and it's just incredible. I love this palette from Natasha Denona. And I also have the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. So this one has blushes and highlighters in it, and it is so incredibly beautiful. I use these 2 shades the most in this palette. This is the most incredible peachy pink golden shade. It reminds me of Nars Orgasm. It's so beautiful. And this is just an amazing, more of a rose gold shade highlighter when I want that more pinkier highlight look. And then these 2 are the cream products. This one actually comes out a lot lighter than it looks. I was very intimidated by this shade, but it does come out a lot lighter. It gives that beautiful berry tone to the cheeks. And then you've also got this beautiful pink toned glow product as well. So just really beautiful to have an all-in-one palette with your blush and highlighter, and it's really travel friendly as well. Okay, now moving on to brows. I have some favorite brow products, some waxes, some gels, and some pencils. So first of all, I will share the pencils. So a couple of my favorite ones I've used is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Brow MVP Ultra Fine Brow Pencil and Styler. I got the shade dark brown, and this one is just a really beautiful fine tipped brow pencil. I am using that in my brows today. And it does have this little unique styler which really helps to blend the product into the brows to make it sure it's all nice and smooth and there's no little harsh bits of product in your brows. So I've loved using this one from Fenty Beauty. Next, I have 2 products from Benefit. These 2 brow products here that I've really been using throughout the year. The first one is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I love this one for a very quick and easy application. It has a spoolie brush on the end, which is always really handy. And then it has the more kind of thicker triangle shaped brow pencil, which is just so quick and easy to apply through your brows. So that's more of my go-to quick everyday use brow pencil. And then I've also really been enjoying the Brow Micro Filling Pen. This one is a really unique style of brow pen. It's got these 3 little prongs on it, which is really good for adding just really natural brow-like hairs, and it just looks incredible. It gives that really beautiful, fluffy, brushed up brow look, which has been very on trend this year, so I've really liked using this one from Benefit as well. And for a brow gel, my hands down favorite is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel. You can see it's just worn because I use it so much. I use it pretty much every day. I love this one for when I'm on the go and I just want something quick and easy to fill in my brows. If I don't want to do a brow pencil, I'll just apply this straight into my brow. It's very pigmented, so it adds a lot of color. Plus it helps to keep my brows in place and it just holds them really well. So I love this brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then lastly, I have some brow waxes. These are the Patrick Ta brow waxes. I love these ones. I use them the most out of any of the others I've got. I've got the clear shade here, which you can see I've been using because it's a little bit dirty at the moment. But I love getting a spoolie and just really working the product in, and you just brush up your brow hairs and it just gives that really beautiful laminated brow look, which is definitely on trend. And then if I want to add some color to my brows using just the brow wax, I'll use the tinted shade, which is a beautiful medium deep brown. So love these brow waxes from Patrick Ta. Moving on to some eyeshadows, I'll start with eyeshadow palettes. I've got quite a few here that I've really loved throughout the year. Firstly, I want to mention my two probably go-to palettes the most out of any that I tend to use, and they are both the KKW Beauty palettes, the original classic palette and also the collaboration with Mario. I love these two. You'll just see why. The colors are just everything. My staple everyday palette is definitely this one here. I just love all the beautiful gold shimmers, the neutral tones, the browns. I just love it. I use this palette all the time. The formulas are so beautiful. They're very smooth and creamy, very easy to blend, and the shimmers are so incredibly pigmented as well. So love this palette from KKW Beauty. And also the Mario palette. This one has slightly different colors. I really like the purple, and if I want to add a touch of color, the blue is insane. I love this color as well, but the formulas on these shadows are everything from KKW Beauty. I definitely love the eyeshadow palettes, and I've used them pretty much the most out of 2020. Another two palettes that I have used quite a lot are the Natasha Denona palettes. These ones are so incredible. They are a bit more on the expensive side, but I definitely think the quality is worth it. The first one I use a lot is the bronze palette. As you can tell, I like more neutral colored palettes. This one just has all of my go-to shades in it. I love that there's a range of tones in here. There's even some pinks and some copper tones as well. I just found myself reaching for this one so much throughout 2020. And then the Natasha Denona Glam palette, I was so excited when this one came out because I wanted to start using more cool tones, and I just think this palette is perfect. It has so many amazing, more neutral, cooler tone browns and some grays, and there's even a gold and some light pinks, so it's a very versatile palette. I use these palettes to create so many amazing natural looks or more smoky glam looks as well. So definitely my favorite palettes for the year. And just one more palette I want to make an honorable mention to is the Pat McGrath palette. It's the Mothership number 5, and once again, quite expensive, but the pan sizes are huge and the quality of these is incredible. I love this bright coral pink. It's such a beautiful color. You've got some iridescent duochrome shifts here. This rose gold is everything. It's so beautiful. And the mattes are like insanely pigmented. They're so rich and creamy and just amazing to work with. I love Pat McGrath eyeshadows, and this palette is definitely one I used quite a lot throughout 2020. Now for some single shadows. First of all, I have a couple of these paint pots from Tarte. These are the Chrome Paint Shadow Pots. They are just everything. They're so beautiful. I've used this one on my lid today underneath a pigment, and I just love how it looks. This is the Park Avenue Princess. It's a beautiful dark bronze copper tone, and they are just so smooth and they just apply beautifully. There's literally no fallout, and they are just intense pigments. So I love that one. I also have two other colors that I just wanted to mention because they are incredible. I love the formulation of these. This is the shade Steal the Show, which is a beautiful kind of dark silver grey tone. And then if you're wanting a pop of colour, I love using this one here, which is this beautiful vibrant berry tone, which is called Fire Dancer. Look at that colour, incredible. And then I have a couple of loose eyeshadow pigments. First of all, I have these two from KKW Beauty. We have the shade of bronze and also rose gold. I did use rose gold over that Tarte Park Avenue Princess shade, and it just looks incredible. It just gives it so much more brightness and just makes it look incredible on the eyes. So I've been loving using these two. Also have this Anastasia Beverly Hills pigment in the shade Daiquiri, which is a beautiful kind of pinky gold shift tone. This one is incredible to use even as just an inner corner highlight. It just gives that pop of brightness. But I love using these tones on my eyes. I just think they look beautiful. Next, I just want to mention my favorite eyeshadow base for the year. It is definitely this one from P. Louise. The Rumor number 2 is my favorite eyeshadow base. It just makes your eyeshadows blend seamlessly on top, just gives them more of the brighter true color that they are. So this is definitely hands down my favorite eyeshadow base of 2020. Next up, I have my 2 favorite mascaras for the year, which are these two. First of all, we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Lash Brag Volumizing Mascara. I love this one for adding really good volume and thickness to my lashes. I did use this today underneath my falsies. It's just my go-to everyday mascara at the moment, so I've loved this one. And next we have the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. I love this one because it has 2 sides. One is the curl and length. So if you want to focus on a really nice lifted, lengthened lashes, this one is amazing for just an everyday mascara. And then if you want to add volume, you can add this one on top as well. And it just has that really nice thicker brush to really coat your lashes and give them lots of more thickness and volume as well. So I've loved using the Huda Beauty mascara throughout 2020 as well. My favorite lashes are definitely the ones I am wearing today. These are by Kiss Lashes. They are the Ritzy Natural Black. I literally am just obsessed with them. They complement my eye shape perfectly. I do have more slightly hooded eyes. So these ones are smaller in the inner corner and they kind of come out on the end, so they give that drawn out foxy eye look, and I just think they look amazing. So definitely my favorite lashes of the year. Moving on to some eyeliners, I have my favorite liquid eyeliners of the year. I have 2 here. The first one is the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof liquid eyeliner. If I'm looking for a black liquid eyeliner, this is the one I reach all the time. It's just my absolute favorite. It is so pigmented, it's so richly black, and it just doesn't smudge on my eyes. It's waterproof, so I literally don't have to worry about it bleeding down or smudging or anything. This is the most incredible liquid liner I've ever used. And then I also love using the Benefit Roller Liner. This is in the brown. I am wearing that today. I've been loving brown eyeliner for just more of a natural look if you're not wanting to go black, if you just want more of a daytime or an everyday look. This one is perfect. I've loved using brown eyeliner recently, so I definitely had to mention this one. Next, I have some pencil eyeliners. I have a couple of different brands I wanted to mention because they are all incredible. The first ones are from Fenty Beauty. These are the Fly Liner Long Wear eyeliners. I have a black and a brown. The brown is my hands down most favorite eyeliner I've ever used. I have it in my waterline today. When I'm going for more of the kind of golden bronzy tones and I don't want to add black, I'll use brown in the waterline. These ones are so pigmented. They literally glide on so easily. They're very rich in color and they just stay. They do not move. They're waterproof. They are incredible. My favorite brown eyeliner to use, definitely from Fenty Beauty. And I love using the black if I want to have more of that darker, smoky look. Another brand for eyeliners I've really loved is the Marc Jacobs ones. These are incredible. They're a little bit more pricey, but the quality is amazing. I really like the brown shade in this one as well. This is called Brown Out. And then I have the black. This is probably the most pigmented black one I have, more than the Fenty Beauty. This one is like my go-to black eyeliner. So love these two from Marc Jacobs. And then lastly, I wanted to mention the Nars eyeliners. These are incredible. I've loved using Nars eyeliners for such a long time. Favorite one is the Rue Bonaparte, which is the cream toned color. I love this for brightening up my eyes in the waterline if I'm going for very natural makeup. And then the black is insanely pigmented, just like the Marc Jacobs one. Very, very pigmented, and these last amazing in the waterline as well. We're on to the last category, which is lips. So I wanted to mention some of my favorite lip products. First of all, lip liners. I picked out my go-to lip liners for the year. First of all, we have the MAC Strip Down. I have re-loved this one this year. I used to wear it all the time when I worked at MAC a few years ago, but this year I just found my way back to it. It's the most perfect nude toned brown lip liner in my opinion. I just love it. I love MAC's formula of lip pencils. They are very creamy, pigmented, and they stay on really well. So I've loved this for my neutral, more of a nude tone brown lip liner. Next up, for more of a neutral pinkier tone, I've been loving this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Lip Cheat Lip Liner in the shade Pillow Talk. Beautiful, amazing. I love the formula, very creamy as well, and they do stay on really well. It's a bit more of a cream glide-on pencil than a regular pencil, but I just love the formula of this, and I love this shade Pillow Talk. Most beautiful neutral pink tone in my opinion. And lastly, I have the Patrick Ta lip liners. I have pretty much all the shades of his lip liners. They are incredible, but this is my favorite red lip liner I wanted to mention. This one is in the shade That's Why She's Late. It is just such an insanely bright red lip liner. This one is incredible. I love the shape of these. They're a bit more of like a rectangle. So easy to just get in around your lips, and this is just one of my favorite formulas of lip liners. Very, very pigmented, very creamy. You can use it all over the lips as just a lip color on its own. They are that incredible. And I was going to mention the nude shades, but I have so many, but I just wanted to mention the red one, but all of the colors are stunning from Patrick Ta. Next up is my favorite lipsticks. It was very hard to narrow these down to a couple, but I narrowed it down to 2 nudes and a bright. So first of all, the color I'm wearing on my lips today is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick. This one is in the shade Beatrice. This is such a stunning light pinky brown tone. I've just found myself loving using this color and the formula. They are very, very creamy. They're not a matte finish, so they don't last as long, but they just feel so smooth on my lips. I just love the formula of these. Another favorite nude is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Nude Kate. This one with the Pillow Talk just looks amazing together. This is definitely more of a lighter, more neutral brownier tone nude. I just love this color and I love the finish. They're more of a satin matte, so they're not too drying on the lips, not too matte, which I love this formula of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. If you're looking for more of a light neutral brown tone, this one is an incredible shade. And then my favorite bright lipstick is this one from Patrick Ta, which is the same as the lip liner, That's Why She's Late. It's the most beautiful bright red. It's a little bit more of a pinkier tone red, which I do prefer with red lipsticks, and this is more of a kind of satin matte finish as well. It lasts really long on the lips, and it just gives you that incredible bright red lip look. So if you're looking for a red lipstick, I would definitely recommend this one from Patrick Ta Beauty. And lastly, I have my favorite lip glosses. Lip glosses was kind of hard for me to choose this year because I have definitely worn lip gloss probably the most I ever have in 2020. I just loved the look of glossier lips. So I have a couple of different brands of lip glosses to show you. Probably one of my favorites for the year would have to be the Fenty Beauty lip glosses. I love these. This one is in the shade Sweet Mouth. It's a very light pinky tone color with a slight shimmer to it. I have this on top of my lipstick today. I love the smell of these. They smell incredible. They smell like, oh my god, it smells like cake batter. It smells amazing. The formula, these are so hydrating, give you that beautiful glossy shine to your lips, and they're definitely not sticky. So any of the Fenty Beauty glosses I am obsessed with, but this one was my definitely favorite this year. Next up, I have this one here from Jouer. This is one of the sheer pigment lip glosses in the shade Parisian. These are so incredibly beautiful. If you want more of an opaque lip gloss with more color, this one is beautiful. I love all of Jouer's lip products. This one is just that beautiful neutral light pink tone, perfect everyday nude lip gloss. If you're just wanting to wear lip gloss on its own, these ones have enough color that you can do that as well, and they just look beautiful on the lips, very hydrating as well. Next up is the Too Faced Melted Latex Liquefied High Shine. If you want shiny looking glossy lips, this is definitely a formula that you should try out. This one is in the shade Hopeless Romantic, more of a neutral brownier pink tone. This is just such a beautiful nude. I compare this with any of my nude lipsticks and it looks incredible. So this one is very pigmented as well. You could definitely wear it on its own as just a glossy lip look. And then lastly, I have the Artist Couture lip gloss. This is more of a shiny, sparkly lip gloss. There was definitely a trend in 2020 of more kind of sparkly, glowing lips. So this one is perfect for that. I would either wear it on its own for just that beautiful glittery, shiny look, or I'd wear it over a nude lipstick to add some extra glow and shine as well. So I've loved using all of these lip products throughout 2020, and these lip glosses are really beautiful. So those were all of my favorite beauty products for the year of 2020. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what were some of your favorite beauty products. I'll definitely try them out if I haven't already. Let me know your recommendations, and let me know also what were your favorites from the products that I mentioned in today's video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I would love for you to join my little YouTube family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.